connected to cloud server. Okay, now it's recording. Anyways, um, can you run it on localhost 3000 right now? Done. All right. So now here's the magic. I go here and then I type in Claude. All right. Think I haven't installed it on this Mac. That's crazy. You know what? Let me just do it right now. Uh, Claude code. Yes. So firstly, let me start off with this one. All right. So what is Claude Code? Claude Code is an agentic method of doing it, right? Instead of so right now, as you can see here, it's just doing one by one chat. But in Claude Code, actually, it's actually a good thing that I haven't installed on this Mac because I can show you live how to install it as well, right? Yeah. Let me open it. Yeah, that's your simple basic Next.js folder, right? That's very simple. See, it's like literally the entire template is literally live in just seconds. Done. All right. So now let's go into something more cool, which is a Claude Code, and then which is called Codex. I don't think I've installed it here as well. No worries. OpenAI Codex. That is another one. All right. So if you are paying for a premium version on ChatGPT, you might already see this here, right? On premium version of ChatGPT. But I'm going to do CLI, right? Command line interface. I'm going to do it here because it's much better than just chat. It's just going to focus on each and everything, right? So until I'm going to install, let's do something else also on bolt.new. All right. Bolt.new. So this is my idea bank. So this is how I start off with, and I don't start off with this one. I don't start off with Next.js first. I actually just wanted to show you how it works. But the way it starts off is I use Bolt. Also, are you guys using Bolt? Are you guys using Lovable? Is that something that you guys are using right now?
Yep, yep.
Okay,
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
perfect.
Mean surf.
But Bolt has also something limited credits to do.
Yes, yes, that is true. See, I think that's the thing. See, I mean, if you are just starting off, if you are a student, like $20 a month is like what, like 2K, and it's difficult. I know when you're asking for your parents, just give me 2K for coding. It doesn't make sense for them. So you have to figure out a couple of hacks, right? That also I'm just gonna show you guys. Let me try to authenticate here. Just a second, guys. Okay. Perfect. So now let me try to log in. I think I've done it with GitHub. I have no idea why it's doing this. Literally no idea why it's doing this. Let me try again. Hope this works. Also, another important thing is for you guys to focus on your GitHub, right? So create a nice GitHub page. Very important if you're looking for projects. Yes, now I'm properly logged in. Okay, now that I'm logged in, so what do we want to build? Any ideas, guys? What do you want to build? What's something that you want to build? Can you drop it in the chat? Anything that you want to build. So when I say you want to build something, do you guys have any ideas? Okay, and in terms of ideas, do you have a product or an AI agent? What is it that you guys want to build? Anything. Let me know anything that you guys want to build because we are just going to go to Shad CNUI. And I hope you guys also know what Shad CNUI is. If not, it's a simple, it's a very nice UI library. His name was Shad CN. He just launched this, and then the like 88.6 people forked it, and people are just using it. Okay, SaaS app, perfect. That's a very good idea, right? That's a SaaS app. Okay, now that you've ideated, okay, you wanna build a SaaS application. SaaS application for man, that is crazy. SaaS application for managing hackathons, that's actually a very good idea because let's say you build this dashboard, right? You build the SaaS dashboard. Now you can charge $20 a month and then you can, go to different hackathons. I mean, you can actually sell it to hack the vibe itself. You guys can approach them and then say, hey, we built this out. Why don't you can you help can you help with all the links in the end? Sure. So actually, right now in the meeting, you guys can see Harshith's Fathom note recorder is here. So you guys can just send my note taker a message, and then I'll just create a complete email, and then I'll just send it to you guys as well. Perfect. I can send you with the links too. All right. Yeah. So shared scene UI. All right. You just go to components. So just to give you an idea, these are all the components which are being used. They're all open source. Always, guys, the best way to do it is looking for open source software, open source, because I hate paying for software. The only thing I pay for is Claude. But even this one, Cursor, I mean, I think my company is paying for it. I don't pay for any of this. Okay, so first, let's go to blocks. All right, guys. So now we are starting off. Now, congratulations, guys. You guys got the idea, which is a SaaS application for managing hackathons. Perfect. Let's get started. What do you guys think would be a good block? Is this a good block for a SaaS hackathon? I think it is. That's a good block. That's something that we can clone. Next, this one, not really. I think this section is good. Okay, that one's good. This one's good too, but maybe not this. That's too much. This doesn't feel like a hackathon. This feels like Notion's clone. Of course, we might need this for authentication. We might need this as well. You know what? Let's just go ahead and start cloning this. But I have another tip for you guys. This is black, and it's kind of boring, right? And now, what if we just go to another thing? So that's the best part about open source. Okay, let me show you Twitter. Also, for everything that I'm sharing with you guys, you have to be on Twitter. All right, if you're not on Twitter, you wouldn't know any of this. The best way to get started, just go to my profile, look at all the people I'm following, just go keep following all of them, right? If I just show you here, I'm following this one cool guy. His name is Shadcn, and he created this entire UI library. Okay, Shadcn, right? I don't know who that is. He just created his own UI library, and now I think he's actually working with Vercel, and he just open sourced it. And that's why if you go to v0.dev, which is again, it's a way of creating these, templates. Now they have the templates, all of this. This uses Shadcn UI. That's a very cool way, right? So V0, they built out this library, and now what they did was they trained everything on Next.js, and they trained everything on Shadcn UI. All right, so now this guy has built Shadcn UI, and he open sourced it. So now another guy, he came in, he says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make it tweak CN. And he, I think he made like really, really cool stuff. I what I really loved was claymorphism. This is what I loved, right? And the best way, you just have to import all of this, and just you just copy this and say, hey cursor, make my entire dashboard into this. So let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this. Right, simple. You go to Shadcn. This is again the first step to start off with dashboard. All right, this again, I think I know you in the back of your head, you're like, okay, I don't have cursor credits, what do I do? If you guys are students, cursor has a student pack. It's free for students, I believe. uh Cursor.
It's closed, sir. For India, it is not available. I already checked it.
That is crazy. Why is it closed? Why is it closed for Indians? Why, man? That's what I don't get. I mean, why do they do this? I think one, because the population is a lot. They know that we'll exploit it.
They
But you
will
know
be
what?
in loss.
Exactly, exactly. All right, you know what, guys? If you guys are actually builders, you know what? For the next 3 months, I'll pay for your cursor bill. That's $20 into 3 months. If you guys actually build a product and show me in this hackathon, I'm gonna pay for your 3 months of cursor subscription for sure. Because I'm already giving out like $1,000 of credits, and I'll also give you guys, because I really want builders, man. I mean, everyone's just watching IPL. People are not building. If you guys are building, I'm 100%. I want to fund you guys to do this. All right. Let's do this. Okay. We copy this. Let's copy this and uh, install and relaunch. Okay. I'm just gonna delete this. All right. I'm just gonna delete this. What else? All right, guys. Also, this is Dubai, guys. I mean, you guys should wipe code, build products, and then move to Dubai. That's something that you guys should do. All right. Aim for that. Aim for that. Okay. Aim for that. Okay. Let's put this on cursor. Okay. There's going to be a temporary folder. I'm simply just gonna paste this here, and I'm just gonna say, help me help me install this in my root. That's all. We enter and we wait for it. Until then, I'm just going to get my Claude code as well. Okay, Claude code. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a second because it has my API keys, right? I'm just going to stop sharing it for a second. And let me also show you what Claude code is, because it's like the next level of agentic approach. Okay, just give me a second. I'm just searching for my API keys here. Uh, okay, I did find my API keys. Okay, back to sharing my screen. Perfect. All right, so now we're doing two things. One is this is going to install our entire project. Just click on anything. Okay, I think monorepo is fine. Call it my app, whatever it is. Let it just do its thing. All right. Also, there's a way to do it in backgrounds. I don't know why it's not showing up in this Mac, but in my other Mac, it properly has background tasks. It also does background tasks as well. That is pretty cool. All right. Now that I've pasted my API keys, all right. So this is how I basically install Claude code. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just entering it so much so that you guys don't see my API keys. Okay. See. Okay. Now I'm just gonna say it. This is I've just given you my API keys. I've given you my entire credentials for Claude Code and AWS Bedrock. What you're supposed to do right now is you're supposed to install Claude Code on my computer following these steps. Please go ahead and install Claude Code for me. Okay. Uh, I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay. Just let it enter. Just give it a second, okay? Once that chat goes, I'll just start sharing my screen again. Yeah, because that has like 350K credits, right? $350,000 of credits. So okay. Shit. I think I've just shared my access key. Anyways, I'm just gonna cancel it. But until then, let me go ahead and share. Where were we with the folder? Yes. All right. So now I'm just going to select neutral. Okay. So now, as you can see, we're not just doing one thing, right? We're doing multiple things. That's the power of Cursor. That's the power of creating multiple repositories and doing all of this. Okay. Uh, it's starting terminal. No idea why it stopped. I'm just going to say, please continue. Sometimes that happens. That's okay. Just say, please continue. All right. So now it's creating our dashboard. The dashboard is working. See, it's completely creating all these, source files and all of that. Okay. Dashboard one has been successfully installed. Perfect. NPM run dev. It's not working. I think it's just going to figure that out as well. Until then, let's see. Terminal is finished to launch. Cancel, cancel. Hmm. You know what? I'm just logging in with my different Mac, guys. It's much easier with that too. Team, if you guys can just let me in from. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me just join in.
Hey, Harshith, can I ask you a question?
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
I see that you have two projects open right now, where one where
Yes,
you're installing Cloud Code
yes,
and the one where you're building the project. Is there
yes.
a particular reason why you're doing so? And also, what is the purpose of Cloud Code when we could only use the composer to code?
Yes.
Uh, is this
That's
somehow
right.
better?
Yeah. Correct, correct. That's a very, very good point. So I'm just gonna show it in a different Mac right here. Okay, I've stopped sharing my screen there. Team, I just sent a request to share my screen. Can you guys help me with that? Yeah, team, I just sent a request. Hmm. Let me ping the host. Hey, I'm just asking to share my screen. Tech Horizon Club, if you guys are here, it says the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting. Can you please turn that on? Just a second, guys. I think I should respond. Hmm. Can I do it now? I don't think I can. Let's just give me a second, right? I'm just gonna try to call them if they're not here. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys, sorry for the mishap and all of this. Okay. All right, so I'm audible to you guys, right? Because I'm just on two different Macs and I'm getting a little confused, but just give me a simple thumbs up if I'm audible. Okay, perfect. All right, so now you can see this Mac as well. Yeah, now I'm just going to show you what is Claude Code and why are we, doing so many different things when we can simply just do one. All right, desktop 2, share. Okay, perfect. Now let me just, immediately just start off with Claude Code. Let me create a new folder. Uh, test, drop it down here, right? So now here's the difference, right? Here's the immediate difference that you guys can notice. First, yeah, also, as I said, there's a new update called background agents. So this is actually kind of very
Sir,
similar to
your
Claude.
screen is not shared.
Um, I think it is actually shared. I think you'll have to switch. You'll have to switch because I just joined in as two people, so you guys not able to see this. Can you just check if the screen is shared? Because I'm actually sharing my screen. Is this visible? Is any of this visible?
No,
Hmm.
sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Harshit. The screen is visible. Actually, we can see. But wait. Let us just see if you have permission or not.
नहीं
Okay.
है भाई झूठा थोड़ी बोलूंगा मैं
नहीं, एक
वरना
बार देखो
देखो
ना, वहां पे एक ऑप्शन रहेगा, देखो मतलब स्विच स्क्रीन करके ऑप्शन है क्या? स्विच स्क्रीन. ओके. हाँ. Technical difficulties. No worries, no worries. Let's try to figure this out, okay? No worries at all. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, is this okay? Is this okay? Are you guys able to see this? Oh, I see. Okay, that's crazy. It just says, guys, team, can you just turn on all the permissions for everybody? It just says you can only share your screen to host and co-host. Can you just please,
Sorry,
make it
sorry. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, can you make it such that it's open? I can just share my screen to everybody because I see that it can only be seen by host and co-hosts.
Oh, okay. We didn't realize that actually.
Yeah, just
With
please give all permissions to everybody. That's all. Simple.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so were we able to do it?
Is it fixed now? Can you everyone see the screen?
Let me share again. Can you guys see the screen? I hope you are because no, I still says your your shared screen can only be seen by hosts and co-hosts.
Oh, wait. Let us.
Yeah. Was it done? Your other machine must
Yeah, like
be. Yeah, it
Harsh,
is. It is.
like
It is actually. My
yeah,
other
because
ones also joined, but
we
I don't
cannot
see
see
it.
we cannot see like an explicit like any option to like I don't think that should be a problem. Like if you're sharing the screen, it should be visible to everyone.
No, I see it here. I'm just saying it. That's the thing, right? You shouldn't have given so many restrictions. It should have just been open.
Yeah, but we haven't put any restrictions. That's
No. Actually, yesterday during opening ceremony and the workshop, it was proper, and all the controls and restriction are same like yesterday's only. So like we actually didn't expected this issue.
Okay, so
But
just
we are working on it. Just give us a second.
so can the participants like
Yeah, I
can you
think it's
just
fine. I think it's fine, guys. I think it's completely fine. Just figure it out from your end, but I'll just continue with the session. For this Mac.
Really sorry for
It's
our
visible.
end actually.
It's visible now.
Yeah, it's visible, but it's not what I wanted to show. But yes. So what's the actual difference between Claude Code? You know what? Let me just show it to you. I think a simple way here, right? Yeah. Okay, so the only difference that Claude Code does is that, it's a continuous agent. Okay, it just keeps working by itself on background 24 by 7. And the only problem with Cursor is that, after it's a chat based system, right? It's a chat based system. Whereas you can see after the couple of chats, it just stopped, right? It just says next steps. These are the next steps. But the difference, what Claude Code actually does is it even starts working on each of these next steps. It starts working on this, it starts working on this, and each of those, right? So now I'm getting an error here, right? I'm getting an error here. So it's going to figure out that error and it's going to work on that error as well. So now let me try to open that dashboard. We named it this dashboard, and whoever gave this idea, amazing idea, guys, right? So let's call it um SAS dashboard. All right. SAS dashboard. Also, if you guys have joined in right now, we're trying to build a SAS dashboard for hackathons, right? Like managing hackathons. Okay. So this is what I see. I'm just going to say, also, I'm using Super Whisper just to let you guys know. Let me cancel this off. I'm using Super Whisper. Yeah. So this is basically what I'm trying to use, right? It's called Super Whisper, and it's a okay. I think it's only available for Mac. If you guys are not on Mac, I think there are open source libraries as well. You can just find it on GitHub. There's an open source one that I saw. Um, what is it called? Whisper. Yeah, I think there's Whisper as well. If you just type in Whisper Flow. Yeah, I think it should be called Whisper. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to share. You Whisper Flow. Yeah, Whisper Flow. Yeah. Yes, guys. Whisper Flow, right? Whisper Flow. Try downloading Whisper Flow. Don't type, just speak. That's basically what it is. Yes, this works for Windows as well, but I've been using Super Whisper. It's super easy, right? And now here's what I'm going to do. I'm just doing option space on Windows. It might be Alt, or you can just set it up whatever. Just type in help me run this code base locally right now. All right, that's one. And until then, let me try to do this as well, right? I don't understand why there is a blocker. Help me continue with the installation process of my Claude code immediately. All right, sometimes that's the thing. The chat, it just stops. The chat stops sometimes. That's the most difficult thing here as well. All right, so now while this is happening, I'm just going to install Codex as well, because looks like this is taking a bit of time. Right, so now we're actually running 3 tasks. One task, nice. So context window is large. Exactly, the context window is much larger. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that. Context window on Claude Code is equal to the context window on Cursor for Claude 4 Sonnet Max. So you'll have to pay for the Max version here, right? If you see Max mode, I'll have to enable Max mode. Instead, you could just do Claude Code. And it also has better understanding of your entire code base at once, right? You can directly call your code base. So I've done a couple of Git commits as well. Another super easy thing that I was able to do with Claude was, this was my repositories, right? I've like a couple of repositories here, and then there was one I was able to do so many open source contributions. Let me just give you a live example. Yeah, there was one. Yeah, it was zero mail, right? Mail zero. You can actually try to crack a lot of bounties with this. So they have, the Zero is another, I think there's an open source company. They have a lot of, issues. You can just tell Claude, you just give this and say, hey, help me solve this, and push it, and push a PR, push a pull request. It's going to do it. For example, this one, there's a bug bounty of $750. You don't have to do it yourself. Claude Code is basically, it's a sitting software engineer for you, and it's going to crack the bounties for you as well. I haven't tried it. I mean, I mean, the first step was finding all those bug bounties, because this one was open on May 6th. I think if there are the ones that are actually open right now, because I think people know it right now. They're on, they're literally I think they've set up like notifications, everything for that. I think they're doing it better, but you can still try to do it as well. All right. Okay, now um localhost 3000, and let's see if the dashboard looks like the way. Okay, it doesn't. It's a simple Next.js itself. So when you run into errors like these, here's what you're supposed to do, right? Simple, just copy it again and then say, help me install this. Help me, help me install this. Okay, it is going to work on installing it. Let me try to share my screen if it's working right now. All right, so now as you can see, it's going to generate this command, and now it's going to install the actual dashboard inside this, right? So it's not going to be the simple Next.js template. It's going to be an actual dashboard. So that's what it's currently working on. Okay, I think it already is there, but it's at dashboard. Should be 3001. I think it stopped running. Okay, I could just run the command here, which is npm run dev. If you don't know any of these commands, again, completely all right. You could just, try to do it here. It should be 3000. Yes. So that's the dashboard. Okay, immediately you were able to see a problem, right? It was not showing up at 3000, right? And now I've already ran into this problem, so I know that it's at dashboard. So how do you figure out problems like these when you're a complete non-coder or you're just trying to wipe code? The best way to do that is, ask it. You just simply say, hey, this is my screenshot. I'm not able to see it. Clearly explain it like I'm a fifth grader. And it's going to clearly tell you, it's going to explain, hey, the main app is this, but the dashboard is this. All right. So now I'm just going to say the main app itself should be the dashboard. So when clicked on localhost 3000, it should directly lead to my dashboard itself. I don't want the Next.js template. Fix this. That's it. It's just going to fix it that way. And now the dashboard's not going to work. It's just going to show up at localhost 3000, right? So that's a couple of, I'm also showing you how to debug. The best way to debug is just ask. Ask the code base, like where is the issue? Try to, dig as deep as possible. That's when you'll be able to find out what the problem is. Okay. So perfect. It says, it can see, I can see what needs to be done. Again, it's actually simple, right? It's simple, it's just removing all of this, and now it's just doing all of that. Okay, accept, reload, enter. Perfect. Now that works, right? You figured it out, right? Simple. It's again that easy. Just ask, ask, ask. Okay, now what was, let me close all the other tabs. Yes, this was one I wanted to show, right? All right. Okay, so this, I don't like this version. What I really like is just this one. So the way I'm going to do it is import. Okay, not import. I'm going to do code. I'm just going to do code and then just copy it, and anything, it doesn't have to be npm yarn on bun. It can just be anything. All right. For this sake, let me just do npm. I'm just going to copy it, and then I'm just be like, paste it here. I really like this UI. Can you make my entire dashboard and update it with this styling? And also one more important thing that you'll have to ask it, if you're doing a large scale entire revamp, you're just supposed to say, make sure you keep my code base intact. You're only supposed to work on the styling itself. Done. Right now, again, you're isolating it. You're trying to narrow it down. You're trying to narrow down the problem as much as possible. And that's the best way. That's, when the code works the best. All right. So now let's finish this up, and then I'm going to take questions, and then I'll ask you guys, what direction do we want to go into? Because right now, again, let me reiterate the problem that we're trying to solve. The product we're trying to build is a SaaS dashboard for managing hackathons, right? So let's brainstorm as well now. Let's brainstorm as well. Okay. So now I love the styling too. It's just overacting, kar raha hai. Like how does it know? How does it know that it loves the styling? It's just, that's what AI is, right? It's just trying to fake it. It's trying to fake that it likes it just because I said I like it. That's what it's also smart, and it's also dumb. All right. Now it's going to fix that. Yeah, this is the entire styling, guys. All right. So now I actually like this entire styling. So you basically, with this, you can become a front end dev. But how do you compete for a job, right? If you really want to compete for a job, you'll have to have a nice portfolio. So everything that I'm teaching you right now, everything that you're learning here, try to apply the same thing. Try to apply the same thing, and then build a portfolio website. Right? Get a nice domain and build a portfolio website, and keep adding all your side products. All right, let's try to reload. Hope it worked. It looks like it did not. Okay, you know what? I think, sometimes you'll have to build it, rebuild it again. I'm just going to do npm. Hmm. Let me do this. Also, all these commands, I had no idea. I had no idea. I just learned it, for like two years, just vibe coding, just asking questions, all of that. I'm just gonna the best way to learn again here is it's not working. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Right, just take a screenshot, post it back again, and say, bro, it's not working. I've given you the entire tweak cn index.css. I've given you everything, but it's not working. Can you look into all of this and properly help me figure this out? Okay, now what I'm going to do is, maybe it's not working with just one. Let me just try to copy all of these. Let's just copy this. Let's copy RGB. Now what we're trying to do is we're giving it better context. So the first context, it didn't understand it better, right? Now we're giving it more context, right? With more context, I think it'll be able to understand that in a much better way. And I could also say, I could just give it this link. As you can see, this is also ShatCN, right? It was built on top of ShatCN. I'll just give it this. Here is all the info you need to style my dashboard. Use all of this and help me style my dashboard and make it in a nice clay morphism. All right. Enter again. Now let's see what it does. Also, one more important thing, you guys have been mentioning, right? So you guys don't have access to Claude, and you might have to, you have to pay for all of this. There's actually an open source way also to do it, but it does need a bit more powerful laptop, right? That's one that we need. I'm just going to type in yes. So as you can see, I have Ollama installed here as well. Ollama is a way where you can run LLMs locally. I don't know if you guys know this already. With that, you don't really have to pay at all. You don't have to pay for ChatGPT. You don't have to pay for anything. You can install all these. You can either install DeepSeek, Gemma, Quen, and it just, codes all of it for you by itself. Now while we're doing this, let me also show you another thing because that's already working, right? So as you can see, I'm multitasking here. I'm not just doing one thing, I'm multitasking, right? For this example, let me just go with simple one, okay? DeepSeek, all right. So what does this mean? It just means 1.1 GB, 128 context, and output is text. So it just only needs 1.1 GB of RAM, and I think my RAM is this one. It's 8 GB, I guess. 8 GB of RAM, and then 1.1 GB of space. I think that'll be good enough. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to what is max terminal? Yeah, terminal. And I'm just simply going to enter, not this. It's supposed to have, yeah, it was this. Ollama run. Yeah, that's the command. Ollama run, DeepSeek R1. But if I do so, will it not install? Let me try to click on this. Yes, it's supposed to be this. Because it'll install the biggest context one. I don't have time for that, right? It's simple. Just go here, and I'm just going to type in this. All right, so now it's going to install the LLM as well. So this is, if you don't want to pay for, the ChatGPT, you can literally run LLMs locally and then use this LLM. Basically you're supposed to run it on Docker, and then you take that API key and then you put it on not Cursor. There's another one. You can't do it on Cursor because I don't think Cursor allows for local LLMs. You're supposed to use Pure AI for that. All right, Pure AI is another Y Combinator company. It's literally another clone of, yeah, it's a Y Combinator backed company. It's a clone of Cursor, but one thing here is that instead of, having all these API requests, you can have your own model, you can have your own LLM. You don't have to, you basically just paying nothing. You're paying zero because it's completely running inside your own computer itself. That's something that you can do but it's not going to be smart. It's not going to be smart because Claude 4 is much, much smarter. And Claude is, of course, it's not Anthropic is not open source. OpenAI is not open source. DeepSeek is, But if you need the best version, you need 671 billion parameters. That means the RAM is going to be very, very powerful. You're right. I think you can do 1.5 or 7 billion parameters max. This is, did my camera just stop? Hmm. Let me try to fix that too. Okay, I don't know why my camera just stopped. Okay, I'm back. Okay, guys. Okay, now the three things happening. Perfect. You can see the card component. It's working on that. I think it's actually taking a lot of time. I'm just gonna do question mark. Why is it taking so long? Help me fix this ASAP. Okay, if this is again taking a lot of time, we're just going to skip the UI part and we can, directly. Oh wait, it actually it did it. It did it. It did it. It just did the work. As you guys can see, this is localhost. It's localhost, right? It's not tweak CN. Cancel, 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 cancel. This also. Okay. Yeah, that's localhost. We're done, guys. It's just, made our UI much better with just, a couple of prompts, right? Imagine if you build an actual dashboard out of this, right? That'll be amazing. Okay, now, guys, any startup name idea, just ping it down here until I show you guys this one. All right, I need startup ideas, guys. So what's the what would you like to call the startup? The hackathon dashboard. Fast, fast, fast. Any name, anything would be good. Okay. Um, until then, I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, I think we've got some recommendation. Hackboard. Perfect. Can I know your tech stack? Future hack. That's also nice. My tech stack. Yes. So if you want to know my tech stack, actually, here's my entire tech stack. It's you can just go to harshith.io. I'm just going to type it back here. Okay. Perfect. That's actually my tech stack. Mostly it's actually Next.js, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML. And for backend, I use Node and Python. Django, not really. WebSockets, of course. Python, REST APIs, AIML, all of these literally. Database, I use Mongo, Supabase, Firebase, and Postgres. Of course, Postgres. Cloud is mostly AWS, Vercel, and Azure. I've just added the others, just to say that I know how to use it, but that's not what I use. Other tools, of course, Cursor, Windsurf, Postman, Slack, all of those. So yeah, guys, I mean, you can actually take inspiration from my dashboard as well, right? How I've, modeled my dashboard. Again, if you guys see, this is also from shared CN UI, right? Do you see the differences? Again, if you see, there's a slight difference in dashboard because again, you can just go to shared CN UI and you can just pick whatever template you like. Just go to blocks and then just pick whatever template you like. So I've just picked this one because you can actually sign up to my newsletter. That's the best part about customization. You can customize it in whatever way possible, right? So that's why I've done it. But other than that, this is our dashboard. You know what? I actually like this better than my dashboard. This is much better. Okay. So now what we'll be doing? Okay, so now we just got two ideas, Hackboard and Future Hack. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. Again, this is the example I was showing you, right? We just installed LLM locally. So I just say, hi. Again, yeah, as you can see, hi, how you're doing today. This is literally not connected to the internet at all. It's running on my Mac. It's running locally. So even if you have no internet, you can still ask questions, you can still code. And one, use case I actually found for this was there are things, there is one thing, it's called Dolphin. So Dolphin Mixtral, okay? So Dolphin is an uncensored chatbot, right? A Dolphin Mixtral. So Dolphin has many other ones as well. Dolphin Mixtral is completely uncensored. Let's say if you want to ask something uncensored, right? I mean, yeah, it could be anything you want to ask uncensored. and you don't want it to be on cloud. You don't want it to be on, want it to be on ChatGPT. You don't want it to be on Claude, Perplexity, or anything. It can be running literally on your own computer, and because your computer becomes a server, right? It's staying. Everything's going to stay in your computer itself. So I could literally ask anything. Who caused the air? Anyways, let's leave it. Let's leave this. I'll do this. Uncensored chat after the session. But hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. Right? Anything, you can literally ask anything. Okay, so now the dashboard is ready. Um, we have a nice dashboard, but only one page is working. All these other pages are not working. It's a dummy, right? It's a dummy, but looks nice. It looks much better than most of these Y Combinator funded companies, guys. They raise millions of dollars, and products are good. People, I mean, there are so many companies in San Francisco. They raise millions, and their dashboards aren't even good. You can literally go see it, because I don't know why. Because even the biggest of the software engineers, I don't know if they're not using these tools, or I just don't know. But from what I've seen, there's people aren't doing it. So there's still a lot of scope for you to explore and do all of this. Okay, so now I think it's time to pick the chat idea. All right, hack board, future hack. I think we'll go with future hack. I want because hack. Sorry, I want to go with hack board, because hack board is like it's a dashboard for hackathons. That makes sense. Future hack is also nice, but it sounds like hackathon itself. Let me just again, personal opinion. I can be wrong. It's just a name. Okay, don't have to feel bad, Pranav. Okay, let's go with hack board. Again, I'm just gonna go here, and I'm just gonna say revamp my entire dashboard, remove the acme.in, change it to hack board, give it a nice icon. Just to give you a little bit more context, this is going to be a dashboard for managing hackathons. So even in the left sidebar, all the buttons like dashboard, lifecycle, analytics, projects, team, data library, and so on, make sure to change that such that it's properly a sidebar for a dashboard for hackathons. Hope you understand my idea. Tell me if you understand my idea as well. Just give me a one liner if you actually understand my idea as well. So do that and completely revamp my left sidebar. Again, only focus on the left sidebar itself. That's a big prompt, but I think it's okay, right? I mean, the bigger the prompt, the better it is. I think I'll just understand it. Enter, right? Okay. Again, guys, just to remind you guys of, why you should participate in this hackathon. Everything that you're learning, participate in this hackathon, because the winners are actually, I'm giving away $1,000 of Azure credits. With that $1,000, you can run the latest O3 Pro model on your terminal, on your cursor. You can actually run OpenAI Codex completely on your dashboard. You don't even have to, use the chat version. You can, chat inside this. You know what? Until this is happening, you know what? Let me also show you how to install Codex as well. Let's go to Codex CLI. Again, I'm multitasking. One hand, we're working on the dashboard. Okay, I think it's just it did it. It did it, I guess. Hackboard, nice. Hackboard, quick create, dashboard, hackathons, participants. That's nice. That's basically what it is, right? Again, guys, any other ideas? Keep writing down in the chat. I'm just gonna prompt it. That's one point. Let's just try to install Codex, because if any of you actually wins like $1,000 of credits, that's like 80,000 rupees, guys. That's a lot. It's gonna run you like for a year if you're using it well. Let's just go ahead, explore this. Again, this is how I'm going to install Codex. Copy this. Guys, I'm not even reading the documentation. It's that easy, guys. It's that easy. Um, Drop it here. I'm just going to open chat. I'm just going to drop it here and then say, help me install OpenAI Codex on my local computer. Look into the entire documentation, exactly how it is done, and help me install this completely. Make sure to use Azure keys and not OpenAI keys. I want you to use Azure OpenAI keys. So install it in that way. All right. Perfect. Again, it's installing the codex because I want to show you guys how to install codex and run it. Other than that, yes, the dashboard. Now we have something better. Okay, let me, guys, also look into Olama. Okay, this is not Llama. This is not Mark Zuckerberg's Llama. This is Olama. This is different. All right, it lets you run, LLMs locally. Because if you just see inside this, you can get a lot of list of all the open source. Inside this, you can get Meta's latest, right? So Olama is just a platform. These are all the other ones. Quen, again, it's a Chinese. Llama, American. Devstrill, I don't know. I think it's US. Mostly just US and China. There are no Indian LLMs, guys. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. There was one, right? There was one, Sarvam AI. No one used it. Literally, no one used it. There were 12 installations. I hate it, man. I hate it. I don't know why it is. Bro, this looks like a copy of Claude. Bro, this is scam. Anyways, let's let it be. Okay. Okay, it's doing it. It's fixing it. Okay, it's installing my code base. It's installing Codex and all of that. Okay. Perfect. Just give me a second. I'm think. Okay, someone just said connect. Okay, nice. Naveen, thank you. I think you're giving some good pointers. You're also, super engaged. Guys, give me ideas. Let's guys anything, any pointers, just unmute yourself, ask questions, throw away. Let's make it more interactive. Okay, it's doing all of this. Okay. Connect participants if they are looking for a teammate, hackathon, okay, innovation, sprints, idea voting. Amazing. Okay. These are good. Codex is being installed. Let it run. Now let's focus on the dashboard itself. Let's go to new chat here. Yeah. So now we are back on our dashboard. So I could actually just start off implementing these points right away. Okay. These are the points that Naveen has shared. I could just, start implementing it right away. But it's actually the next step. It's not the immediate next step. You can actually ask it, but the AI is a little bad at doing it. So first, what you're supposed to do is, start with the pages, because right now, if you see, the pages are not working. It's just one page, right? The dashboard doesn't open, the hackathon doesn't open, but none of these opens. So here's what you're supposed to do. All right, simple. Take a screenshot, go back, put it here, and now just speak. All right. So the problem right now is that I only see that it is at slash hashtag. I only see it's at a slash hashtag. I think it's only in the home page. I don't see the dashboard page. I don't see the hackathons page. I don't see the participants page. I don't see the projects page and so on. Basically, what I want is that when the dashboard button in the left sidebar is clicked, it's supposed to open the dashboard page within the dashboard section as slash dashboard. The same thing for hackathons. When hackathon is clicked, it is supposed to open the hackathons section with slash hackathons and so on. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because right now the left sidebar is just a dummy piece. I want to make it working. And when I mean create a page, I don't mean go create a new page. I mean inside the dashboard itself, it has to be a page. I think you should be using Next.js app router for this, but I think I'm wrong. But just go ahead, try to implement it as you know. Let's go ahead and do this. It's a big prompt. I think this was extra prompt. I think you should be, yeah. If I do this, it's going to do it in app router, and I might be wrong there, right? Enter. Okay. You know what? I think this is wrong setup instruction. This is all wrong. It doesn't have to do all of this. Help me install this in my Mac directly and not in this folder. Install this in my Mac. I think it's having an issue. You know what I'm going to do? Again, one problem with, cursor, it doesn't copy the links. I'm just going to do this, cancel this completely because that was actually wrong. Delete it. Open cursor, new tab. open cursor in a new tab, and then just open this. And now I'm just going to say this. All right. Here is the link. Okay. Where is codex? Codex. Okay. Also, guys, because you guys are, in this um hackathon, you guys are trying to participate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push this code base on my GitHub and open source it so that you guys can build on top of that. Maybe even start off with this dashboard in this hackathon. You can actually do that as well. So let me also show you how to do git commits, all of that with completely hands free. Just speak, guys. I think this is the future, right? This is the future. Literally, you just have to speak, and it just works for you, right? It's just amazing. I'm just so I'm just so glad it works. All right, so now let's go back to this. Okay, now it's working. See, I'll help you install this codex, accept. Also, there's actually a way. You go to general, and there's something called YOLO mode. I think they've changed the name. YOLO mode is like, you just say it once, and then it just you don't have to accept it every time. Okay, it says unable to write all of this. That's cursor issues. So again, okay, let me also explain you this. Okay, so what's happening here is that I'm trying to change my Macs, my computer's code base, right? And cursor has some guardrails where cursor asks for permission. It asks you for permission. Hey, can I do this? Can I do this on your computer? But for me, I know cursor. I'm like, hey, do whatever you want, right? I'm just giving it a free hand. So for that, there's actually a way. You're supposed to go to cursor, about cursor. Okay, you're supposed to go to settings. You're supposed to go to settings. You go to VS Code settings. Okay, and then here you type in git ignore. Yes. Exclude, yes. So basically, you just wanted to exclude this. So here I'm just going to cancel all of these. I'm okay with cursor using all my code base, which is actually not good, but I'm okay. I'm literally okay with this. All right. So now OpenAI Codex installation has been completed. Let's test it out. Okay. If I go to terminal and just type in Codex, it's going to run Codex. You can either sign in with ChatGPT. This is not what I've done. I'm going to paste my OpenAI keys. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to stop sharing. Let me find my OpenAI keys. Okay, I want to use my O3 model. Okay, just give me a second. Let me get back to sharing screen. Okay, I think we've got some two other chats. Let me also read that. Oh, I think I've just exposed my OpenAI keys. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I'm like, okay. Anyways. I'll try to change it. Okay. Um, yeah. What are these two chats? A payment portal page. Okay, that's something that we can do. That's a good idea. And can you add just the front end for this for a Slack feature so you can communicate channels and video streaming option for that group channel? It's not too much. We can actually figure this out. Dave, can you expand on this? I don't really understand your idea as much. Can you please expand on this? Yeah. Can you please expand on this? Okay. All right. So now, as you guys can see, the installation was done, right? The entire installation was done. Yes. And now OpenAI Codex is here. So what is the difference between just having a chat and having this codex? The best part is it can directly connect your GitHub, right? It can directly connect to any of your repositories. And like I said, right, if you try to clone a repository and you're hunting bug bounties. Let's say you're hunting for a bug bounty for mail 0, right? Like I said, they have a bug bounty. I think we've seen it for like $750, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. I mean, for example, I've tried doing it. I think I've done it recently on May 28th. Cal.com also have done it. And actually, this is a very good way. If you're actually contributing to a lot of open source repositories, you have higher chances of getting a job, right? Because everything that you're trying to do here is you're trying to differentiate yourself from a normal candidate who just went to an engineering college and just has a GitHub and has nothing in it, right? You have to differentiate, and for that you have to have a lot of open source contributions, and you don't have to do it yourself. You just prompt ChatGPT, right? For example, let's go back to uh okay, let's go to Gumroad. Okay, I tried to clone Gumroad repository. I'm just going to go here, and I'll just type it here. All right, I'll just enter it. It's thinking. Okay, it's thinking. It's O3 okay, it's GPT-4 O mini, right? 4O mini, Azure, and approval is network error while connecting to OpenAI. Please check your connection. I think I'll have to sign in here with my remote repository. Here's what we can try to do. Enter. Okay, in terms of Slack, I mean, like each hackathon team will have their own channel to communicate. And okay, there is a network error. Huh. Let me think why we're having a network error. Okay. I think it could be for two reasons. One is because it's a blank cursor. It's literally a blank cursor and we don't have anything in it. Let me just ask it. What are your capabilities? What differentiates you from a normal chat in Cursor? Are you an AI agent thinking model? All right. So it's actually thinking it's an agentic model and it's actually much better, right? You know what? Let's try to run Codex here. Okay, it's asking for a keys again. Yeah, I think it's asking for keys again. You don't have to, keep giving your keys in every session. There's actually a way to do it as well. But let's try to figure this out. I think there's a network error because there must be some kind of issue in installation process. Here's what we're going to do. Go back to chat. Again, debugging, okay? Simple debugging. You just take here, just say, and just say, looks like I'm having some network issue. Can you help me fix it? Looks like I'm having a network issue. Okay, perfect. It's just going to work on that too. But for now, let's get back to this. Okay, problem solved. Perfect. Now I've implemented a fully functional routing system for your SaaS dashboard. Here's what I've accomplished. Dashboard. Okay, let's see if it has actually done it. Let's try to reload. Dashboard. Okay, it's worked on the routing system, but it hasn't worked on the okay, it's worked on the pages as well. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard. This would be the hackathon. Nice. Participants. This is the participants. Good. All right, you guys get the idea, right? It's slowly, it's trying to build the dashboard, right? Perfect. Now that we have the foundation laid down, what I'm gonna do is that's crazy. It has a leaderboard as well. That is nice. That's nice. Okay, now I have all of your ideas as well. You know what? Let me skip the installation process. Maybe I can just show you sometime else because I'm bad at hiding my API keys. I think I'll expose them again. Let me please let's try to figure the dashboard out for now. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to new tab. And for you guys to start off right now, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'll just go to my GitHub. GitHub. Okay. And let me create a new repository. Choose owner, Harshith, repo name, hackboard, right? We're calling it hackboard. Let me make it public. Add to readme, add license. That's okay. Create repo. Okay. So now we have the repo. So here, this was the the most fun thing that I was doing when I had no idea, right? All these software engineers from college, they were like flexing, hey, do you know git branch, git commands, server? I was like, hey, I don't know anything. I was like, I was so confused. What is all this complex stuff? But you just don't have to know anything, man. It's just you just have to prompt Again, we're vibe coding. Let's just go here ahead and say this. Okay. So this is my repo. What you're supposed to do right now is you're supposed to create a readme.md file and make sure you give everything properly in the readme file. Make sure you create a mermaid graph TL, make it very visual, make all the elements, make the readme file in such a way it's a complete documentation kind of thing. All the people who are trying to hack in the hackathon, they should have clear cut steps on how to do this, and also give them a couple of prompts as well, how to start off with running the code base. Make sure to have everything, literally everything in this readme file, and also link my GitHub as well, and also link my personal website, which is Harshith .io. That's my personal website. Link that for any questions. So this is what you're supposed to do. That's first, create a README file. Second, MIT license. Make the license MIT, and commit the license as well. Make it such that it's completely open for anyone to create, and write that in a very legal lawyer kind of terminology. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. Perfect. Okay, wait. Oh, one mistake. The mistake I've made was, okay, I think it wasn't a mistake. I've given it a screenshot. You know what? Even if I haven't given it the actual link, as you know by now, it's going to look into the screenshot, check the link, and then do it. But yeah, let's just do it. Also, if you guys are wondering, right? I mean, if you just go to this, my GitHub, it looks nice, right? Wow, what is this? All this. It's so easy to create. Again, I just use ChatGPT, cursor for all of this, right? My email, all of this, just cursor. This is what I'm showing you right now. It's just readme. You're basically just creating a readme file. Just lay back, guys. Lay back. Chai pio, adrak mas, adrak ka chai pio, parle ji ke saath. Just chill. It's just gonna do the work, right? Until then, let me look into the chats. What you guys have mentioned. Uh, Let me check the chats. Just give me a second. Okay, it's working on it. Chat. Okay. Yeah, I think okay, the Slack understood. Okay, any questions, guys? Any questions till now, guys? Please feel free, unmute, just ask, okay? Just ask me any questions because yeah, because it's kind of getting boring when you're not asking questions, right? I would love it, if you have any kind of questions that I can answer right now, because what we've covered is a lot. Because right, I've literally just shown you're completely starting from scratch, picking a nice dashboard, and you have like a like a version one. I've seen people raising a seed round with just this kind of dashboard. I'm not even kidding. There was one company called Ducky AI. They literally raised a seed round just vibe coding, and their dashboard wasn't even perfect. Right now, it's just about ideas. You have to implement, right? That's the thing. So questions, guys. Just even if you don't want to unmute, type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Like, look at this dashboard, guys. Check this dashboard out. Ducky AI. That's their dashboard. Let's see how much they've raised. Ducky AI funding. Okay. You see it. That's 2.7 million. 2.7 million. 2.7 million. How much? 216? No. 16. That's crazy. They raised 22 crores. They raised 22 crores. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just with this dashboard. Okay, I think that's a different one. Is it a different one? Yeah, I think that's a different one. Let's look at it's ducky.ai. Yeah. It's ducky.ai. I don't think they've raised yet. Yeah, they have one check. They have one check from YC. Oh, they have more. There are two angels. Yeah, there's one 500K check. That's a 4 crore check. Not bad for a dashboard like this. Imagine, imagine if you're able to build dashboards like this. You know what? This could be an idea itself. You can literally take this idea, you know, change the dashboard a little bit, and build out your platform. Win the hackathon, get the 1,000 credits from me. And again, I'm promising you, trust me, I'm literally promising you, if you do well in this hackathon, I'm going to pay 3 months for your subscription. $20 a month for your cursor subscription. I'll pay for it, right? Completely on me,
Sir,
right?
I have a
So
question.
yeah, guys, yeah. Batao.
So, in Olama, which model is best for coding? Like I have used so many models, Quen,
Huh.
DeepSeek, and so many, but I didn't get any performance.
Hmm.
So, which model you should prefer for coding?
Okay. I'll be honest. The model that you can prefer is actually R1. R1 actually is really good for coding. The problem is, also what parameters do you have? Kitne parameters hai? What's your, how big
I
can
have
how much
installed
can you
8 billion parameters.
8 billion. Got it. 8 billion is actually not that good. If you need the perfect performance, you'll actually need 670, 1 billion parameters. That's the problem. So, I think
Sir,
it's a
we need
GPU.
server for that.
Exactly. You need a server for that. Exactly. You know what? Let me, because you guys are, so passionate about this. Also, what's your name again? Uh, Naam kya aapka?
My name is Parthiv, sir.
Parthik. You know what? Just ping me on LinkedIn. Just, where's my LinkedIn? Right, just ping me on LinkedIn. All right. The thing is, I actually have servers. I have access to servers. I'm able to run up to $14,000 of servers by myself. The thing is, I'm not using my credits.
Sir,
Yeah,
you have more credits than most of students.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, मेरे पास credits. लेकिन I need builders. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. मेरे पास बहुत सारे credits है. I'm not able to use all of it as well. अभी कैसा हो गया ना, पूरा फ्लिप हो गया. पहले मेरे पास क्रेडिट्स नहीं था, पहले मेरे पास मैक भी नहीं था कोड करने के लिए. अरे पहले मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं था, मतलब आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम लिटरली स्क्रैच. And it's slowly building up, and now I'm like, now I have the credits, and I don't have people, right? If you guys actually do well, I would love to have you guys work for me as well. We could build out products. See, guys, this is how much I have right now for this hackathon. I'm promising $1,000 of credits, but because you're asking, man, just ping me on LinkedIn. What I can do is, I can hook you up with more credits. I can get you this as well. I can get you OpenAI Llama is OpenAI is O3 model as well. We weren't able to run it here, but I'm on a different Mac. It 100% runs. We can do
I
it
will
there.
surely contact you, sir, through LinkedIn.
Yeah, please do that. Please do that. Na? Contact karo. And I mean, you can try it out with Olama, but it won't give you the results, right? Abhi kuch nahi hai. Matlab Olama
Recently,
mein kuch nahi
Quen
hai.
3 released and I tried Quen. It
Hmm.
was actually good, but didn't get any performance like uh, yeah,
Claude
Cloud
or Gemini. Ha.
3.5.
Yes, it's not, because that's the thing. The reason is because that's 671 billion parameters. That's 253 billion parameters. But Claude, ChatGPT, they are in trillions, right? They are trained in such a big way. That's what trillions mein hai. ये सिर्फ billions mein hai. Right? That's why it doesn't give you the good result. But on because I have so much of credits, I can open my own server. I can run any model I want from Hugging Face, and you guys can just use it. Right? Also, again, it's only for the guys who are actually contacting me, who are real builders, right? Because it's builders, man. You have to really build, man. Because if you want to do something big from scratch, अगर बाप का पैसा नहीं है, अगर पॉलिटिकल कनेक्शंस नहीं है, अगर रियल एस्टेट नहीं है ना, तो सिर्फ एक ही रियल एस्टेट है, वो कोड है. कोड करो, डैशबोर्ड बनाओ, उसको बेचो, राइट? दैट इज योर रियल एस्टेट. इफ यू आर रियली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, that's the only way. That's the only way you can do it. That's what I think. That's what I think. I'm just being honest. है ना? अगर ऐसा वो करना है तो you need credits, of course. Okay. और क्या था? Where were we at? Yeah, we had another question. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. Any other questions? Let me know. Okay. I'll just cancel this for now. Where were we? Okay. Okay. It created README. It did all of this. Okay. Ready for hackathon. Amazing. I'm just gonna say, amazing, man. You know what? Just go push it to my GitHub right now. All right. So now that's working. Let me look at other chats. Pinky promise. Yes. Yes, Naveen. Pinky promise. Okay, what if you run free account to be created on Okay, what if we run out of free account? on cursor. Any nearest substitutes? Also, how do you optimize usage so you can no? I think that's so. You don't have to optimize usage. If you're paying $20 a month, there is no optimization. Optimization of usage is only when you're on max mode. I haven't enabled max mode myself because I have access to Claude Code, right? I'm not doing this because I think it's a different pricing and I don't want to pay for max when I have access to Claude Code. So you don't need to optimize anything. You just pay and play. That's all, right? उसमें optimize करने का कुछ नहीं है. Any nearest substitutes? हाँ, एक है nearest substitutes. एक काम कर सकते हो, right? You can do windsurf. Windsurf has a free tier. Windsurf has a generous free tier. Yeah, they have a generous free tier. I think they've launched it like 2 months. Yeah, they have a free tier 2 week. Yeah, 25 prompts and credits. That's one. This is what your hack. I mean, आप लोग ना 4-5 IDs इंस्टॉल कर लो. एक है कर्सर ऑफ कोर्स, एक है विंडसर्फ, और एक ना चाइनीज वाला भी है टिकटॉक वाले का.
Tray ID.
एग्जैक्टली ट्रे. TREY या ट्रे
They
AI.
sir introduced their pro model too.
Okay, Pro Model 2. That's nice. I haven't checked it out. Check it out. I mean, it looks what, only $3 a month? First month discount. That's nice. I mean, try it out. Try it out. Try it out and win the hackathon. And then I can do this as well for you guys. Slow requests, unlimited requests. Okay. Maybe one hack could be 4-5 Gmail ID create kar lo, ek discount le lo. Try to hack the game. I mean, try to game the system, right? जुगाड़ जुगाड़ करो बस, simple जुगाड़ करो. और क्या था? Peer एक AI है. That's another YC company. ये लोग ना कुछ नहीं कर रहे अभी. Free है. Or your own API keys. They're not doing anything right now. It's an okay model. They don't have anything good. You can try this out as well, right? Let's see. So actually, no, the founders of Pure AI. Maybe I could try to get you guys a like a free version. I think these guys are YC. Yeah, these guys are YC actually. Okay. Try to game the system. That's the most you can do when you're starting completely from scratch. Okay, try to get credits. Try to get hackathons. Try to get these credits. There are people generous people like me who are giving out credits. Try to use those credits, build all of this. Okay, all right. So now, guys, check this out. We've written the entire readme. I've given it, for you guys. I've made it in such a way that if you guys start running this, it's in a much clean way, step by step process. Okay, it read this entire thing. It get commit with a nice commit message and all of this. Okay, origin push. Okay, now let's go back. Go to repos, hackboard. Okay, now check this out. Perfect. Hackboard, the ultimate hackathon dashboard. Perfect. MIT license also legal way. See, I asked you to give it in a legal way, right? It's a complete legal way. Copyright by Harshith Vadiparthi. Permission is hereby granted free of charge. Right? So that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, guys, just take a note of this. You can literally start cloning this right now and start working on this right now. Chat. Okay. What were the other questions? Okay. Let's get to the Slack idea as well. Yes. Is there a is where do you respond the most? Like where do you connect the most? I think where do I respond the most? Actually, my idea was, turning this website into a dashboard. It's actually in my GitHub, but I haven't pushed it. The way I wanted to make it is, I wanted to make it like a community itself, like a paid community. I wanted to make it, like a $49 per month paid community. Give it, for some people, like first 100 people for free. And then I think you guys know school.com, right? A lot of people are creating school communities. So I wanted to create a community of my own. That will be the best way to reach out to me. But I think that'll take some time. Maybe I'll use Claude Code to code it fast. LinkedIn is definitely the best way, but I know it sounds a little boomer-ish, but email is also the best way. Yeah, I'm just giving you my email ID. Oh shit, that's wrong. Autocorrect. Sorry, that's wrong. Yes, the second one, guys. Harshith is my actual email ID. And I'll tell you why I'm so quick at responding emails. I use this software called Shortwave. You know what? I wanted to build, like a competitor for this one. See, let's say, uh, let's go to an example email. Uh, let's go to example. What could be an example? Okay, voicemail payment failed, right? Let's go to reply. I'm just going to go to this and just say, draft me a reply for this. Hmm. Draft me a strong reply for this, saying, hey, stop charging me for this money. Write this email in a very, very legal way. So, right? Again, I just do this, and then I'm so quick at responding emails. I get quick notifications, I get everything. So yeah, I think email is actually the best way to reach out to me, because I'm using AI for emails as well. My workflow is so quick with all of this. So I'm trying to use emails in everything. So, sorry, I'm trying to use AI in everything. Okay, dear new support, it just wrote me an entire email. So I don't have to copy the email, go to ChatGPT, respond, and I don't have to do that. All of this done, and then I shoot the email. It's so quick, right? Shortwave, but I think I can do a better version of this. I would love to, create a competitor for Shortwave. Okay, so now back to this. Did I share this with you guys? This link? Yeah. Credits, please. Yes, Dave, I can give you the credits. Ping me on LinkedIn or email now that you know. Where do you respond the most? Yes. Okay. So now let's go back to ideas. You guys can't see this chat because I'm just opening all this chat. Here's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, let's go back here. Okay. So here's what I'm trying to do. And my product managers, who are Dev, Naveen, and Sadhya, they have given me a couple of ideas. All right. These are my product managers, and they've given me a couple of ideas. And here's what I basically want to do. What I want to do right now is that I want you to create a complete prompt. I want you to create a mega prompt for this, such that it's going to revamp my entire dashboard and make my dashboard completely working. All right. So your job is only to create a mega prompt. Don't work on anything. Don't code anything. Just give me the mega prompt. Now I'll tell you guys why I'm asking only for the prompt. All right. Give me a second. Let me start Codex. Let me give it my keys. Let's see if this works. Yeah, just give me a second. Okay, it looks like I'm getting a network error. Let me try to share from different Mac. Nope, still not working. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I tried to do Codex. Codex was not working. Um, I actually tweeted it. I genuinely want to show you guys how I did Codex, man. Uh, Let me just go to my tweets. I think I've tweeted about it. I think I've tweeted about it. Like a couple of AI agents. Uh, it's all about liquid glass, meat rolling liquid glass. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay. I think I didn't tweet it. I think it was just in drafts. I didn't tweet it. So basically, what I did was, now that I have this mega prompt, right? Now that I have this mega prompt, the way I did it was, right now, the problem here is, now the way I have to do it is I do this, all right? I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this, and I'll say, hey, work on this, right? I'll be saying, hey, work on the participant connection and team matching system, right? That would be my way of doing it, right? But that is actually the wrong way. The way I would actually do it is I would open Codex and I could have as many nodes as I want. All right, this is node one. This could be another node. Okay, let's say just this. You know what? Let's try signing in with ChatGPT this time. Codex again. Sign with ChatGPT. Okay, let's try now. Continue. Okay, I don't have premium for this. Codex, continue. Continue. Okay, I don't think you need Codex. You need premium anymore. I don't think you need premium. I think they just made it free. Yeah, they just made it free. Let's go back. Yes, we are back. That's Codex. Okay, here's what I'll do. Okay, I just cancel all of this. I'll terminate this. I'll terminate this. This is what Codex does. All right, now that I have one node, let me do this. All right, it's so crazy, man. It's just so crazy. I'm scared literally, man. What if everyone's using all of this? I mean, it's just going to be crazy. Okay, let me. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, this is node 1. Okay, now I open Codex again. This is node 2. It just opened. Okay, perfect. Here's what I would do, right? I would take this one, just participant connection, and I would just give it for this. That's all. And I'll just rename it uh, participant connection. All right, that is one node. Okay. The second one could be Slack style communication. This is what we actually do. Like at justpaid, .ai, where I'm working at, we actually do this with Claude Code. Right? I copy this, I paste it here, and this node, this would be Slack. Slack. Now you can create multiple nodes, right? Now imagine if I was just using cursor, each of this would take so much time. But now if I just use Codex, I could be doing 10 different things just at the same time. And the best part, I don't have to keep asking again. All right, if I just enter this, I hope this works. Okay. So there is a way where you can just give it permissions. Okay, man, it's not working. You can just give it permissions. Okay, in first or second step, it'll ask you yes or yes always. I think something like that. Yes always for this session. I click on yes always, and I don't even have to do anything. It just keep working on it until that task is done. So now imagine, guys. I mean, it's like I'm a product manager. So the way I think of it is, all coders are becoming product managers. That means I'm a product manager. I have 10 different, codexes running in the terminal. It could be one codex, one Claude code. It could be 5, 10 of them. They're all my AI engineers. They're working on my code. And after the completion, all I have to do is check the pull requests here. I just have to, check pull requests. Let me show you another thing. Okay. I did a pull request with Claude itself. I'll just show you that. That is so cool. I didn't do anything. It also shows that Harshith and Claude worked on it together. Yeah, I think I merged the branch. Yeah, for this one, for example, this one SEO optimization for my own website. I just tasked Claude. I asked it to get all the info from GitHub. I said, hey, implement this, and then I created two branches. One branch I didn't like. All I had to do was review. Right now, you're all going to be reviewers. That's the best part. Let me see if I can try to get that Claude. I think it could be here. No, I think it could be in QuantBot. Yeah, that's the thing. See, Harshith and Claude. See, if you're working as an AI engineer somewhere, it would say Harshith and Naveen, right? Harshith or someone else who's working on it. But here it says Harshith and Claude. That means Claude has worked on it, guys. That's crazy. Just 4 days ago, I was working on it. Resolve merge conflicts between feature. I just This wasn't even my task. See, the same thing I did. All right. I just copied it. I asked it for a mega prompt. I just, gave one prompt here, and it just did it. As you can see, every single thing, it just did it by itself. And it's just so crazy. Right now, to be really honest, I think your only blocker right now is credits, because paying 10,000 rupees for credits, it doesn't make sense for us. It just doesn't. I'm just being honest, right? It doesn't make sense for us. You really need credits. Ping me for credits, guys. I have so many credits. I don't know what to do with them. If you're willing to maybe try to work with me, try to hack with me, build a couple of projects with me, guys. There's a lot more potential. There's so much
Sir, I
potential
have
here.
followed you on LinkedIn.
Perfect. I just saw that.
Okay. Sir, how to connect with you? I don't know how to connect because I don't have any connection option.
Hey, hoga connection option. There's okay, maybe because you're new to LinkedIn. I just give you my email, right? Email is much easier. LinkedIn says other email. Ping me on email. Right? Ping me on email.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So guys, I think this is the end of my session. Yeah, just get pushed this so that you guys can go and check this out. I hope this was a good session. There were some technical difficulties, but I think it's completely okay. It happens. I'm thankful for the team also, to stay patient and help me out here. So now I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen, and everybody who's here, guys, ask me questions. Let me know what you guys want to know right now. All right, so we got 6 more minutes left. Guys, let me know. Any questions? Unmute yourself, turn your cameras on. I'll only answer the question if you turn your camera on. Okay? That's all. What if you're AI? क्या पता अगर तुम AI हो?
I actually have a question, but it's more on the problem statement of this hackathon. If you're familiar, I can direct that question to you, or if
Sure.
the THC team wants to take that up. So the problem statement kind of says that you have to build like in all three categories. There is SaaS, there is productivity, and there is social cause, social impact. And all of this is kind of says that you have to build an app where user can just write a prompt and then output is to a fully functional app. So I feel like um, all of the three categories are kind of same, and you have to build app like lovable or bolt. This is kind of messaging as I get from the problem statement. Do I have the correct understanding? Because that's kind of like deceiving. Because all you have to build like an app like bolt or lovable is what I can get from the problem statement.
So I think if the tech horizon team is there, you can answer this too. But I think using these tools, you'll have to build an actual product. That I think that's what it basically is. So you'll have to use Bolt or Lovable, use those, and then try to build a SaaS dashboard or the social cause dashboard or an app of sort. You don't have to build the Lovable thing, right? You don't have to build that. Using those tools, you got to build some kind of dashboard. I mean, if you need a starting point, of course, you can start off with with the thing that I just pushed. All names AI agents we use today. Yes, I'll be sharing that. Okay, problem. Most inspiring founders can code, or their heads are full of bold, world-changing ideas. Okay, what if they're in right? Okay.
सर
So
एक
it says
क्वेश्चन था.
Yeah, one second, 1 second. Okay. Okay,
so.
so now Naveen, what I see here is that you're trying to build an app like Bolt itself, which is also fair. You could actually do that too. I mean, it is actually still a dashboard, right? You could actually do that too. But from my understanding, it's gonna take a lot more to build this, because what I can do here is I have a complete system prompt that Cursor, Manus, and all these tools use. This is like actually system prompts. Okay, this was leaked. It was a leaked system prompt from insiders. So I somehow forked this. So if you want to build that tool, this is where you go. You go ahead, you take all these system prompts, create your own version, and then you can basically build this idea to dashboard kind of thing. That's a good way. But go ahead, use these system prompts. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I can
I think.
actually,
Yeah, you were
uh,
saying.
yeah, I can actually show my progress where it's like a little class UI. I think I saw some of your like in your repository as well. You might like it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's local host right now. I don't know if I have permission to share my screen.
Uh, I don't think you have. But you know what? If maybe if you do, I think only I can see it because it's just host. But I think that's still fine too. Until then, let's take a question. I think Parthiv, I think you were asking a question.
Sir, I have made app and I have used MongoDB database, okay? But I don't know how to publish my app with database. So can you guide me through it, how to do it?
Where is your app?
I have created on my local host.
Okay. And you need, मतलब समझा नहीं मैं. You need to publish it with MongoDB in a sense.
अरे सर, मैंने जो प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है हैकेथॉन के लिए,
हाँ.
तो उसमें लाइव लिंक चाहिए और मेरे को मैंने प्रोजेक्ट लाइव कर दिया वर्सल पे, तो उसके साथ मोंगोडीबी डेटा मतलब उसके साथ कम्युनिकेशन लाइव हो जाएगा?
नहीं होगा. सो बेसिकली MongoDB एक डेटाबेस है, ठीक है. अभी जो तुम्हारा ऐप है, आई एम अज्यूमिंग वो सिर्फ एक फ्रंट एंड ऐप है, ठीक है. सो फ्रंट एंड ऐप से कुछ नहीं होगा. इट्स जस्ट अ फ्रंट एंड ऐप. ओके, जो हमने अभी बनाया ना वो सिर्फ फ्रंट एंड ऐप है.
नहीं
उसको
नहीं सर,
एक्चुअल
मैंने मोंगोडीबी यूज किया हुआ है।
ओके, देन कनेक्टेड ना, फिर वर्सल पे कनेक्ट करो. आई थिंक वर्सल पे MongoDB है और बोल्ट पे सुपाबेस है. कनेक्ट करो या यूज कनेक्ट इट. MongoDB यूज करके आई थिंक यू हैव द API keys. यूज दोस API keys, connect it with your dashboard and then yeah, make it live. Even the Vercel link is fine. हाँ, Vercel link भी ठीक है.
मतलब सर मेरा मतलब क्या है कि अगर मैं देखो प्रोजेक्ट बनाया और वो अपने डेटाबेस के साथ कर रहा है कम्युनिकेट,
हाँ.
तो अगर मैं वो ऐप लाइव कर दूं,
हाँ.
तो दूसरा कोई यूजर अगर मेरे ऐप में लॉगिन करे या तो उसे यूज करे, तो वो डायरेक्टली मोंगो में डेटा आ जाएगा कि हमें मोंगोडीबी के लिए कुछ लाइव करना होता है या वो कुछ होता
नहीं
है
नहीं
ऐसा
नहीं
भी
नहीं
कुछ?
नहीं, MongoDB कुछ लाइव नहीं करता. तो MongoDB बेसिकली उनका खुद का सर्वर है ना. तुम बस उनका डेटाबेस यूज कर रहे हो. तुम उनका बस ये डेटाबेस यूज कर रहे हो. तो इफ यू अगर API कीज है और कनेक्ट कर दिया, इफ इट्स लाइव तो काम करेगा.
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
या या are you sharing the screen?
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Yeah. Also, any other questions, Dave, Devika? Okay, let
Yeah,
me.
I had a small question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was using Render for backend for one of my projects, but thing is, whenever I call the backend, Render goes to sleep mode after 15 minutes. There's something like that. I've tried to use other backend deployment tools, but then most of them they don't support the kind of Flask backend I'm using. So Render was the only option I had. And then now when I give a call to Render, like after every 15 minutes, it goes to in active mode, and then it takes a lot of time to get the call back on the front end and everything. So is there any
Okay, so I think I faced this issue too. Is your backend API connected properly with your front end? I think
yeah
that was one of the most common issue that I faced.
yeah, the backend is correctly connected, and I'm able to the application is working fine whenever the render application is running, but whenever
Hmm.
it goes into sleep mode, it runs into inactivity, and then after some time it doesn't give the output back.
Got it. Then it shouldn't go to the okay. Yeah, it shouldn't go into sleep mode actually.
Yeah,
Okay, is
but
there a way you can prevent it? Where is the server running though?
uh, the server, like the backend's running on render, the front end is on Next.js, and I'm
Okay,
trying
okay,
to
okay, okay,
call
okay.
the API from the front end.
Okay, then I think you just have to prevent it from, going into sleep mode. Just, you try to deploy it, right? I think it's a more technical thing. We'll have to look into this properly. One thing that you can do, have you tried redeploying it directly?
Yeah, I've properly deployed it and everything's working fine. Just the thing is, it's going into sleep mode after 15 minutes, and then whenever it's giving a call, it's taking a lot of time to load back, and then the before the outputs show up on the front end, it's giving some error kind of thing. But whenever
Hmm.
it's active, there's no such error. It's working
Hmm.
fine.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think Devika, that's a little more debugging thing. Maybe we can connect after this, right? Because I'll have to see the code to understand better.
Yeah, sure. And it's Sadia.
Oh, it's Sadia. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought, Deepika was speaking. Yeah, got it, Sadia. Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Naveen, I can actually see the dashboard. It's nice. I'm not even kidding, man. There's this one company. Uh, they just raised a 500K check. Just this idea. Uh, they just they forgot the company's name, man. It just literally looks like what you just built. White shoes, Voltaic. Keep, that looks nice. Looks nice. But is it working though? Is it working though?
No, I think I just started working on this hackathon, and the way I got it was like I have to build something like lovable. So I think my features right now is to kind of like describe your idea and then kind of show what you're gonna build, and then show a preview, write a code, and
Got
also
it.
click deploy. I think this is probably gonna remove it because no time for it until the
Hmm.
hackathon ends. But I think I can do until here. Um, so this is just like right now, just the it doesn't really work. Only tab work is like features kind of scrolls. But yeah, I think I have to just write few agents to kind of like work it out from here.
Correct, correct, correct. And from what I can see, I think it's going to take a lot of credits, a lot of, Azure server credits, a lot of AI credits as well. So I think that's something you have to try to figure out. But I think the system prompt that I gave you, I think that'll be super useful, right? Because even V0, so it was leaked. So someone from Vercel, they leaked out the entire V0 thing. So just going to the V0 and use those entire prompts. Try to make your thing better. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of scope for this. Even if you're looking to make this into a proper product, that's definitely something that you can do too.
All right, thanks. Okay,
Yeah, I love the name too.
thank you.
The name is nice. Yeah. Perfect. Any other questions? Pranav, Devika, Dev, or this would be the end of the session. Okay, I think that'll be it. I think it was, I hope it was a nice session, guys. Love the session. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that was it. Thanks for the session, right? I hope I was able to add a lot of value to you guys. And yeah, let's connect on LinkedIn, right? Any questions I can definitely help you guys out with, right? Yeah, I think it was a good one.
Yeah, thanks Harshit for your time.
Perfect, perfect, guys. See you around. Peace.